Okay, this is going to be a day 35 supplemental. And turning off the pink noise. There you go. So I can hear myself talk. um, but I love that pink noise, though, I tell you what. Anyway, let's see. Okay, so the first thing. What the heck? Something is really going nuts right now. What is it? Hmm. No? Something is really freaking out. Let's try this. Huh. It was YouTube, by the way. YouTube was freaking out, constantly loading some script or something like successively. I'm going to have to assume that's going to be an ad server. I don't know exactly, but once I close down YouTube, no problem. Maybe it had something to do with the fact that I turned on my webcam. I don't know. I don't think so. But who knows what evil lurks in the heart of YouTube? I don't know. But it's not affecting my computer anymore. So back to what we were talking about. We were talking, I know. Okay, so day 35 started at 3 a.m. and there was actually no symptoms. I mean, everything was fine. Um, 24 hours from the last negative sleep event, it was the 7 a.m. phase. Started off perfect, felt great. But what I recognized is that about an hour and a half into the phase, we had the phase degeneration, and that is that that right there, when you notice phase degeneration within um, within the crisis times, the times when the snipers are out there, that's when that's a real heavy duty red flag. So anyway, the and I did notice that. So what I did was I did a couple of different skills to get through it. The first, I mean, a couple of times I got up and splashed water on my face. So that was basically what I did, and I was basically hanging on. Everything was fine, but in the last 30 minutes of that phase, um, I nodded off. Now, of course, I didn't stand. I didn't stand up because, and again, it was I got tricked into not standing up. As soon as when I'm in that danger zone, okay, um, as soon as I notice, I mean, if I'm not standing, number one, I should be standing up all the time, okay? If I'm not doing that, then I need to certainly, if I ever notice any uh, phasal degeneration, degeneration of the phase, I need to stand up immediately. And there's a reason that because from a seated position, nod offs are very dangerous. Okay, because you can nod off. Um, and what this particular nod off occurred that it was like 15 or 30 minutes before the end of the phase, and so I nodded off and slept my regular time, and then woke up in a seated position with everything plugged in, and I was just sitting there, and all I did was just, move over to my mouse and, click off the alarm so that there wasn't like the normal sufficient activity that I have to do in order to plug in the computer, to plug everything back in, to get up from a supine position, and all of those things that help to wake me up. And so I didn't go back to sleep or anything, but I didn't become sufficiently awake like I normally would, and I ended up nodding off more. See, and I think I'm estimating the total nod off time to be about 2.5 hours. So, so the breakdown was number one, I didn't lay down suppressive fire like I was supposed to, and especially I didn't lay down suppressive fire when I noticed that the phase was degrading, and I did notice it was about an hour and a half into the phase, and if I'm in a danger zone and that happens, man, it's stand up immediately, and stood up, stay standed up. um, so the rest of the phase was fine. There's been um, Okay, so I've basically tied my record for amount of time gone without any no sleeps. Because as I figured, those no sleeps that occurred were just those three. There was like three of them that occurred on date between day 31 and day 32, and I just knew that they didn't have any substance to them because they were like unique or something, out of the ordinary that just wouldn't recur. It's not a pattern. That's what's manifested. So, and well, I don't know. I'm gonna wait. I really need to work hard on this. I gotta stop this stupid, because every 24 hours now I'm running into a. This is the new pattern. This is the new pattern. In the last 72 hours, every 24 hours, I've been running into sleep time in the rough times. The 3 a.m. phase, the 7 a.m. phase, and it looks because in day 34 and day 35, the 7 a.m. times are the time that it occurred. It looks like maybe the it has switched to 7 a.m. And here I am in 3 a.m. right now, so I'm right where I need to be, almost, and I'm not feeling any deprivation at all. So I'm going to keep an eye on deprivation. I mean, degradation symptoms. If I notice any of those, I'll just lay down suppressive fire. And I think I should just. I really do think I need to lay down suppressive fire for 7 a.m. just automatically, because I'm sure the phase will, if it doesn't start from the beginning, the phase will degrade. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm no wishy-washy BS anymore. At 7 a.m., I'm definitely laying down suppressive fire automatically, regardless. I'm just doing it. Okay, and if when I'm successful today, date because this day 36, um, then the true test, obviously, once again, we're facing the same situation. Day 37 will be it. But I have to be successful. I mean, I got to stop this. I just absolutely have to stop it. Getting rid of the no sleeps was a good piece of progress. I'm glad that that's happened. I'm about to extend it to an all-time record now, because I'm about to go 4 days in a row without any no sleeps, which is kind of insane if you think about it. I mean, with Uberman, it's not supposed to happen. To have so much no sleep. I mean, after 35 days, the longest I've ever gone without a no sleep is like 72 hours. That's just bizarre. Um, so, just bizarre. I wonder what the effect has been, overall. And I'm sure it interferes with adaptation. Without a doubt, it interferes with adaptation. It's supposed to be part of the adaptation process, where it's supposed to you get no sleeps when you first start, and after that you don't get them anymore. You pretty much just get your normal naps, and that's how it's supposed to happen. So I don't know exactly what the problem was. I don't know if it's the pink noise that helped me. I think it is, because I don't know. I think that pink noise is helpful. I mean, I don't want to test it and find out. Like, stop playing the pink noise and see what happens. I don't want to do that. I don't want to see. I don't want. I don't. I hate no sleeps. I mean, I hate them. So, gosh, I got to man up here in the next two phases. This phase, the 3 a.m. and then the 7 a.m. I mean, I'm just gonna stand up for 7 a.m. Screw it. I mean, I'm not gonna mess around anymore on that. And then I'm just gonna see if it tries to follow me into the 11 a.m. Hope not. Uh, So not much more to say. It's kind of like I'm starting a new cycle here. I've repeated it for the last basically 72 hours, and I want to stop it now, and I want to get rid of the oversleep, the nod offs, like I did the no sleeps. So that's what I'm going to be focused on, and it's the absolute goal. And if I ever run into any obstacles at all, the intermediary solution is always to stand up and go wash my face, so that I can think and that I can make a proper strategic decision on what to do. You know, I mean, without a doubt. Okay, so I have to succeed, and I cannot allow these snipers to get me, because they're out there and they're waiting to shoot me down. I think probably the key, and I think Aya was really good at this. as an example, is basically to stay awake on your feet. If you can basically spend your time awake on your feet, um, you're going to just naturally overcome your weakest phases and naturally adapt that way because you just are engaged in things on your feet, out and about, and such, and it just will naturally occur. And I think that's what happened with Aya, and I think that will, if you can do something like that, that's going to speed your adaptation in a natural way. So I think that's a key to success. And so that's it. I've got to be super focused for day 36. Okay, definitely going to be laying down suppressive fire with, unquestionably at that 7 a.m. phase. Watching this phase, the 3 a.m., just in case, for any phase degeneration. Okay. Um, all right, and if so, I'll stand right up, or as an intermediary, I'll go wash my face and then stand up, or go for a walk and then stand up. But I'm not going to be seated during the 3 a.m. or 7 a.m. phase, laying down suppressive fire, and I'm not going to let it overtake me. So I'm going to be good here, day 36, okay, and then we'll just forge on to day 37. And it's insane, but with a if I when I conquer day 36 and day 37, um, that'll be a record. That'll be a record. And we'll see how much conquering is required to knock it out. That'll be good information. So, all right, talk to you soon.